Congratulations, you have been teleported back in time to 2018, back when your life was still good. So to relive those experiences, we're going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I am so excited. What's my name? I'm mature. Hey! I see an annoying girl. Rude. How dare you call Sayori annoying? I think it's Sayori, if I remember right. Running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waking her up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Rude, how dare you be that mean to Sayori? However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eh? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, your mom. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. I remember Sayori was my favorite when I first played DDLC in 2019 or 2018. But I think it's Monica, but it might change because I remember nothing about this game. Well, you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, your mom, have you decided on joining a club yet? On a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. What a loser. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. You're so mean, your mom. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Happiness. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Of course, Sayori, I do. Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I love the foreshadowing in this game. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. You're gonna go to the anime club? Okay. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom. Stop saying classroom. But I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could join my club. Sayori, yeah? There is no way I'm going to join your club yet. Who likes a literature club? That's for nerds. An anime club is clearly better. Oh my god. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. That's a valid reason to join a club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Why would you do that? Why would you lie? And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Oh my god, Sayori. Don't make promises you can't keep, says you. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, rude, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Literally. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Hi, Yuri. I remember Yuri being my least favorite. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Okay, Natsuki. Way to kill the atmosphere. I'm sure it'll be fine. Ah, your mom. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Why is Monica looking directly at me? Compare the way she looks at me to the other girls. There's something off. She knows. She's staring directly into my soul. Also, she kind of looks like an alien, but whatever. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Okay. Do you count Sayori as one of those? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry, Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. I do too, if I'm being completely honest. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Do I know Monica? That's right. Well, Monica knows me. It's great to see you again. Again? Have you been spying on me? Your mom? Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Monica was my favorite. No, Sayori was my favorite, but I also liked Monica. I think I'm leaning towards Monica being my favorite, but we'll see. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely... Yeah, it feels like a genuine smile. Feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, your mom. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yeah, seems like it. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! What? Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aww. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. I think she likes me. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Yes, you have. Made them for you or anything? Oh my god. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Wait, what? Not for you, You, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Do you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Of course it does. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Why do all the girls laugh like that? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not true. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Sayori forced me. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Does she know? Monica knows. I know Monica knows. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Aww, and it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe she also forced them into this club. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, your mom, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, she's a weeb too? It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Thanks, Yuri. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Ew! You're getting germs on that. Why would you do that? My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. So basically a loser, but okay. But I like a lot of things. Like you. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Is that what's going to be happening in this game? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Wow! I desperately grasp something I can relate to at I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. What? I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. Have you ever called your friends gentle? 'Cause I haven't. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. So real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Of course you do. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things. I would be offended if someone said, you like to write about cute things. Don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called, Don't Say It Out Loud! If I was working on a poem that I was embarrassed about, I would not leave it at the room. I would make sure to hide it in my bag. And give that back. Fine. Learn how to laugh normally. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Have you ever said that to your friend? 'Cause I haven't. Sayuri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. Rude. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing them the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? You're in a literature club. Yeah, probably. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Of course you did, Sayori. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it! Plus, now we have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Actually, I think that's not a bad idea. Isn't that right, your mom? Monica smiles warmly at me once again and stares right into my soul. Stop looking at me like that. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. You're so mean! MC, your mom, why are you so rude? Sari may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and Guys, stop staring at me. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Why are you all sinking into the ground? Are we in quicksand? Your mom. You all... I'm defenseless against 3 girls. Do not count Sayori. You're so mean. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, that's a bit weird. Dude. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Wow, that took a lot of convincing. Oh, you all jumped back up. One by one, the girl's eyes lighten up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. You really just came for cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Your mom, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I think she's already impressed by you because she literally does not know anyone else who is alive. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, your mom, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed for after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Every day? What kind of club is that? Every day? I get it, it's like a sports club or something, but what do you do? Read books? Okay. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I don't know about that, dude. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yay, I get to play a mini game. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem. Who's my favorite club member? I'm gonna go with Natsuki. Sayuri's too. Yay! And Yuri's too. Blah blah. So what's Natsuki? Is she supposed to be cute? Contamination. I don't know how to differentiate between Sayuri and Natsuki. It's too precious. That was Sayuri. Oh my god. Judgment. What? Lipstick. Oh. Oh my god. Memories? How am I not getting a single one for Natsuki? Marshmallow. She likes to bake, right? There we go. Email. None of these fit any of them. Cage. I don't want to make one for Yuri. Anime. There we go. Sugar. She likes to bake. There was a suicide. Awesome. Strawberry? Okay, I'm getting some more for Natsuki. Alone. That should be my character. Boop. Really? Dance? Well, at least I'm not getting Yuri. Sparkle? Okay. I don't think we got Natsuki. Hi again, your mom. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha 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 ha. Well, at least you know how to laugh properly now. Hold on, let me save. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, your mom. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. I would be overwhelmed every single day. When I was in high school, I did the theater club, but we had rehearsals every single day. What would you do at a literature club every single day? Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you shouldn't have a big mouth for someone who keeps your manga collection in the club room. Why would you keep your manga collection in the club room? Keep it at home unless you're, embarrassed. But, you can put it in, a drawer or dresser. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Your mom always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. How are you distracted if you live in a different house? And you almost set your house on fire once. How? Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Sounds like jealousy. Yeah, I might be a little jealous. How come? You and your mom can be good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. And me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. How would you know what I enjoy? You know nothing about me. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted to. Is this your way of flirting, Yuri? How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. So this is just you hanging out. I don't know why Natsuki was so pissed. You guys don't do anything. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I think she's always annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up? What's the point of keeping it at school? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Of course I do. I'm a nerd. Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? 'Cause you said it out loud? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written all over your face. Thanks. We're both mean. We're perfect for each other. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst. Who made up that word? A stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating thing in the world. I'm sure there are more irritating things, but sure. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the class on that door. She points at the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. Yes, you were. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, your mom, Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. I don't know how to say that word. I know what it means, but I don't know how to say it. Don't just stand there. Ooh-ah! These sounds these characters make, oh my god. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. That's not the ground, and that's not even near the closet. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Can you read at the same time normally anyway? No, it's impossible. It's annoying. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Whoa, how long has it been since you read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention? No, because we're talking to each other. I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make it up for the lack of plot. Are you talking about this game series? So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that doesn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things, much like this game. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romances start to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Ooh-ah? What sound is this? Ooh-ah? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but there's a lot of baking in this manga. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? I like to bake. I consider it one of my hobbies. I would never read a manga that's about baking, because that just sounds boring. Just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would never get into something because it's in a manga. I'm willing to bet money so many people got into volleyball because of, what's that anime called? Haikyuu or something like that? So, this does happen. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Exactly. She looks like a child. She doesn't even look like a high schooler. She looks like she's in 4th grade. It's kind of weird. We read on for a few more minutes. We finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just waiting for watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. I would be so bored. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. I thought you didn't have any. You know what I mean? You don't? Oh, Natsuki doesn't have friends? You're perfect for each other. Clearly, Natsuki is the best girl for this for your mom. Let's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share a manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Yeah, you are a child though, so it's fine. You look like one at least. Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know these kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge, much less friends who are also in it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Okay, that makes sense, but also you can hide it in, like, your drawers. Unless your dad looks through your drawers. Okay, never mind. I take it back. It's fine to keep it in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Is she not enjoying herself? Rude. So, geez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. That's how she laughs, by the way. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Ooh. I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. She's laughing through the pain. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily sides herself to a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Not really. Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Why are we getting so much reading homework from this club? Don't we have normal work to do? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. Jesus Christ, stop giving me reading homework. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow, I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. Oh, that was me. Alright then, I'll stand up. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my poem was a series of words, very deep and meaningful. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is in a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. You reach into their bags. Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki! I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. Okay. Natsuki, I ranked Natsuki as my third favorite. Now I like her the most, so, maybe people do change. But then I mean like 2018 when I played this game. You probably knew that. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion, so she liked it. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when I writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Ooh, what are these noises? Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Irk. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Oh, you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. No, she likes you. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr. Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. That's a bit depressing. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I mean, I thought it was fine. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, and then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps. Thank us for stating the obvious, Natsuki. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? The youngest one, yeah, because you are literally in 4th grade. Which is weird, because this is a dating simulator. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, I liked Monica. Also ranked Monica high when I played this in 2018, so we're gonna go talk to Monica. Why is she staring directly into my soul? I don't like that. Hi, your mom. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or anything that we can do better, I'm always listening. Yeah, she really is always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, your mom. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I don't think she likes it. I like it. Your mom. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Sorry. Oh geez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Really? And she's a good writer too, so take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find the one that suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah, yeah, because you just want me to impress you? Mm-hmm. Ah ha ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Of course I do. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction of the sparkle? Hold on, can I scroll down? It couldn't have been me. See the direction of the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Is that meant to be like the camera hole on your computer? I don't really like that. Monica, don't become self-aware. I want you to be happy, and you can't do that unless you're living in delusion. So what do you think? Creepy. It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Don't get epiphanies, Monica. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Let's go. I want a writing tip. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. I did not ask for a writing tip, but okay. Do you have a writing tip every single day? Every single school day? How many school days are there? Like 160? You have a new writing tip? Okay. Thanks for listening. Well, I like Sayuri and I don't like Yuri, so let's talk to Sayuri. This is a good poem, your mom. Thanks. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would write poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of a club now. Not to mention the fact that I was standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, your mom. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motivation here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you onto that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Why do you all say that? We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. I don't think she forgot. I think that was actually a deep poem about her feelings, but she's just disguising it and hiding it. Wow, I'm a genius. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah? I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. How do you have time for that in the morning? Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to reading it. I guess I have to talk to Yuri now. Ugh. Such good conversations. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Yeah, considering it's just a list of words. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Is it that obvious? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Rude. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. No, she's not. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Don't bully my writing, Yuri. I think the most notable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two get together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor finally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with patience and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. They haven't given me valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. I don't care about your thought process, Yuri. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Oh my god. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yeah, it's just a hang out and read books club. Oh my god, I cannot read that handwriting. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm bathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens. Oh, the light flickers. I flicker back. Wow, so deep. I'm sorry I have terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Well, I was. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. But it wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Yeah, I think ghosts are so hot. Hoo-hoo. Okay. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, your mom. It's about your mom. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. You find ghosts hot? Is that what you were talking about? They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the sub-truth of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left without nothing. That's a lot more soul than putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. I just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe. You're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I had anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I wasn't trying to say anything. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out as nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, don't know how to say that word, no. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. That's not how you grow. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and your mom did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And your mom liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I said. Ooh, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that your mom appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh! Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose... What? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as your mom started showing up. Oh my god, Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as they noticed I was standing there. Your mom! She She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Both writing styles are fine. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain this to her, your mom. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, your mom? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. When I was younger, I remember I used to ship Yuri and Natsuki. I can kind of see it, but it's also a bit far-fetched. But whoever I agree with, they're probably thinking more highly of me. So of course it'll be... I like Natsuki more than Yuri, because I hate Yuri. So let's go with Natsuki. Yuri? You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I wreck my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah! It did, didn't it? Ahahaha! Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. You're the mean one, Natsuki, but that's why I like you. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can be definitely hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayuri's nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in a surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me. I did not have time to read that word. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. Why are we talking to them like we're a teacher? Like your babysitter, trying to break up a fight between two siblings. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean anything she said. So you don't feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, your mom. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Ooh. Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayuri and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs... Oh my god. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayuri? I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Totally. Especially you, your mom. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from lazing around we got a little too used to. Isn't that your fault? Weren't you supposed to come up with, lesson plans? So my joining the club is reasonable for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take a chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Shut up. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayuri. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worthwhile so far. Aww. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Your mom, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do something tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Your mom! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I thought you, cleaned her room during your free time. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. I can't. Phew. You know your mom. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in this club. Aww. But I think, seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Do I have to write more poems? Yay! I still think Natsuki's the funniest. That's why I want to spend time with her. But I also like Sayori because she's sweet. I don't like Yuri because she's boring. So I think I'll still go for Natsuki. I guess, because I think she's funny. Oh, maybe I did get Natsuki. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the last couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, your mom! Yells Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I think the weird stuff starts happening after the third poetry reading. Which I'd like for the weird stuff to start happening now, because it's kind of boring. It's true, it's fine, but it could happen sooner. I'm still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always the simple things for you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. I want to hear your reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why is that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Aha. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ah. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I could lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. Wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ah! Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. Here you were. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell your mom to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in things like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy things that you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ooh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. I do too, you should do it more often. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad now, and I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's the little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Did I slap her? Yeah. Oh, it was Sayori. It was Natsuki. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is that a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours look really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches out to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Ooh! Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... Haha, I wouldn't be surprised. She's really more deliberate than all of us combined. Oh, desirable than more of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't too worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kinda lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Every day, I imagine a future where I can be with you. Piano? I was aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, your mom. You won't. You'll play that song at the end. Monica just hit all of these everyone up. Okay. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing for a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow finished the entire cookie. Yuri gets back to her book and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. I pulled the first volume of Parfait Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't get people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. You mean every single day I have to write a poem and read a manga? Plus do my schoolwork? This club is too much. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did the volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended with Nori and Alice found Monica. Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. How much is Monica moving manga around, and why? It's been one day. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet. So I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's still all here, I just had to reorganize it a bit. Ugh. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head, yet maybe because she's a 4th grader and it's weird that she's in this game. She makes a little futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez. This is so inconvenient. I'm moving all these back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. How much time do you spend in this closet looking at them? Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki. There's a stool on the wall up there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs a stool from the wall and folds it. You think I'm too short or something? I know you're too short. I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops onto the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki's being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller books to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah! The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls on the floor. The stool wobbles. Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you will be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? Sigh. I'm gonna get a chair, so you just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it out until he opens back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls. But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Oosh! Natsuki climbs onto the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses any help, I take my seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Okay. Aha, there we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Willa? The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was the one who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair down while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see She is a 4th grader. Stop being weird. Duh. I forced myself to look away. You shouldn't have to force yourself. That should be your automatic response. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. When she realizes I'll be dead. Hup. Natsuki wraps her arms around the perfect girl's box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, your mom? I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. All right. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. Why are you looking at me? What are you looking at? Oh my god. You're trying to look at Mama? Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not, I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! Yeah! The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands, and the books go flying. I got you. Crash. With full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight to my chest. Ung. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Ooh. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. Guk. She presses her arms straight into me to prep herself up. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that she's beneath her. Goo! Gross, gross! The same. Gak! A fist bounds onto my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over here? I heard a loud noise. Monika suddenly peers in. Monika, see what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. Oh god, so I hope you're happy. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monika. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monika says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. My. I look down. Natsuki's kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the pages that she's desperately trying to smooth out. I must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the book shut and throws it on the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she lowers her head. Oh, she's crying? Okay. Natsuki, are you? No! Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so. Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just, every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright, well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. It sounded really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple of minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little while, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box on the shelf where Natsuki wants to put it. Then I get the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. Ahaha. It's nothing. Natsuki's holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of all the subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, There's a chair in that closet. You could have just stood on that. Okay. In the end, I'm really impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monika gets our attention. How are these by the way, these chairs are not stuck to that table at all. What an unrealistic game. After some time, Monika gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? Told you. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. Talk to Natsuki. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Rug. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. Ugh, this wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. Natsuki's face freezes like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. That's a bit dramatic. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced, Natsuki quickly walked out of the room. Hey, your mom? Did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that my voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monika sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day, too? I was surprised you know her taste so well already. Yeah, me too. It's a bit unrealistic. Are you sure you're not cheating your mom? Cheating? Cheating on this game that we're playing? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monika's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes back and snatches the poem out of Monika's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. Ugh, you should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have a bad habit of doing that. But your mom wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share it with everyone, right? Ooh, Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think your mom is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Ugh, never mind. Natsuki. I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess your mom is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she was going to like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now, and no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Oh my god. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She only talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay, so you're Natsuki. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Is that about homophobia? I think it is. I'm stupid. I have no literary reading skills. Like, anyone could agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know what people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks It doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Oh, it's about your people liking your manga? Okay, never mind. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has a kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Okay, never mind then. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone, if it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Ahahaha. Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. You look forward to tomorrow too, okay? Alright, I will. Let's go talk to Sayori. Oh my goodness. This is so good, your mom. I love it, especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Why would you want to put that on your wall? Can I? No. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. You're clicking random words in your notebook. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Ah, jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a lot more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a your mom poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You hug a lot of objects for some reason. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm not really good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thoughts? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll keep trying. I'll keep doing blah 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 blah. I know how to read. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. This is such a great conversation we're having. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. I feel like I'm talking to an elementary school kid. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. No, it's unexpectedly stupid. Actually, it's very expected. It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, your mom. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. Oh, I remember this was my favorite poem. Back in 2019, 2018. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of my other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes a lot of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time lapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. Didn't they come in such a hurry? Do they want my bottle that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who weren't smiling. They were shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Wow. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. You will. That sucks. Don't get over yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. I don't think she has a week to drop it. Something will happen before the week ends. Shh. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, my recording thing is gonna run out of space soon, so I think I'm gonna stop this episode here. But obviously I'll continue it, because who doesn't want to continue Doki Doki Literature Club? But thank you so much for watching the first episode of DDLC. This will hopefully continue soon when I have time and energy. Remember to subscribe right now, because when I hit 1 million subscribers, you can say that you were an OG. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Bye!